Hello, this is Tanya from Love Goddess Tarot, and today I'm going to do a reading for you about whether they will come back to you and into a relationship. So for those of you who are struggling at the moment with a no contact or some kind of separation, or even just a complete delay in terms of communication, there might be just some big gaps that leave you wondering as to what is going on. Well, this reading is for you today, lovelies, and I'm coming from a rather humid and overcast but very hot Cape Town day. This is why I'm dressed like this. For those of you who are overseas and braving the cold already, well, we're in the middle of summer. We have a summer Christmas, so we don't get the Christmas tree and the snow and the beautiful twinkly lights that glisten in that beautiful white, quiet winter wonderland. No, we have a hot swimming pool beach type of Christmas. So yes, we're heating up here very nicely. It looks like we're going to have a hot summer. Anyway, back to your reading. So, will they be coming back? Well, first off, what's really interesting is that there's been a lot of mirroring in the past. And for a lot of you, you stepped into the situationship, I want to say, with your person, where they were still having trust issues about a relationship that they potentially just left, or that was still energetically not completely closed off. There was unfinished business either for one of you or both of you. And there's definitely a feeling of a trust issue and an inner battle, sort of that sense of the Five of Wands always gives me a sense of an inner battle going on, and this sort of translates into misunderstandings. And so in the recent past, you may have had some sort of miscommunication, misunderstandings, and this could have caused one or both of you to step back to reflect. However, interestingly enough, the Lover's card does come up. So there's a karmic connection, there's a soul connection. For some of you, this is also a twin flame connection, and you're just going through a whole lot of lessons, and each of you are struggling with something. So there's a lot of shadow work going on, but there's a lot of mirroring and love that is also coming through. And this is not one-sided, this is both of you, and it's almost like you've got to hand this one over to Spirit in order for Spirit to clear the energy and bring in peace and harmony again. So you can visualize peace and harmony in this connection. So let's have a look. Well, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So for you and this situationship, relationship, connection, it is a very lucky cycle coming in. And so as much as you may be sitting there thinking, what am I doing? Do I give up? Do I let this one go? Part of you is also saying no, because you feel differently about this person. They have connected to a deeper part of you that perhaps no one has sort of connected with in a long time. And as much as there's some sort of difficulty at the moment, Spirit is saying, don't make things more complicated in your head. You're feeling somewhat restricted, helpless. You can't see clearly in this situation, but it's also Spirit's way of saying, hang on a second, deal with yourself first, sort yourself out, so that you are ready to move forward with an open heart, leaving the past behind. So a lot of what the Eight of Swords always brings in is a sense that this is happening in the mental spheres, that your mindset, your thoughts, you're trapped in a cycle of sometimes negative thinking. Now this can come in stages. It doesn't mean that you're doing this all the time, but the general feeling is that a part of you feels very trapped and stuck right now, almost unable to do anything about the situation. But remember, it does come with the Wheel of Fortune, so things will move. And so very shortly, you can expect to be very happy and fulfilled. Things are going to get sorted, but you have to believe and you have to trust. And as you can see here, all the needs are met. Sometimes this also means first meeting your own needs before you look to somebody else for those lacks that you feel within. You can fill your own table, you can fill your own cups, and you can definitely take care of your own needs, because really, if you look around you, there are many ways in which love comes to you. And it's telling me that you're not in lack. It's telling me that love can be found in many other ways, whether it's through loved ones, family, pets, nature, hobbies. There are many ways, even strangers and a beautiful smile, that lifts up your day, or just a sense that you're connected to everything. So you're never alone. And just remember, this is a time that shall pass. Try not to overthink it. Try not to assume too much, because you don't know what's going on with your person. There is a crossroads, yes. So you're going to come to a crossroads. But right now, what's very interesting is that you're being held back from making any decision. And it is a case of really being in sort of almost like a checkmate, stalemate position. And it's just saying, wait. You're also not able to see things very clearly, and it's keeping you almost in a locked in kind of hold. So kind of just be okay with where things are at. They don't feel particularly comfortable from what I'm picking up here. And you can't really make a decision as much as your mind's saying, make that decision. Just do something about it. In your mind, you've got to find calm and peace by handing it over to Spirit and saying, please take it and bring it back to me healed. Bring it back to me with a solution. So you may not necessarily find a solution currently to this situation. So this also sort of tells me that there's a little bit of delays before you kind of have contact again with your person, or you kind of have that connection back in again. So what's interesting is, though, when it does happen, you're going to find that it happens very swiftly and suddenly the person comes right on back in with some information and some very sudden developments, and they're swift. Swords always bring in swift development, and there'll be communication again. So you're going to hear from this person. Yeah, please excuse the building noise in the background. Unfortunately, it's not predictable when this happens, because they don't tell us in the place I live. So I hope that this does not disturb you too much, and I'd like to give you as much information as I can. So swiftly they come in, quite suddenly. And what's interesting here is that there will be communication. You're going to get a message. And initially, this person may be all up in their head about what they want to say. So it's more of a logical explanation rather than a romantic, lovely, warm, kind of, I've missed you so much, I love you message. However, it's a message. And what will happen if you remain calm and respond back pretty much in a kind, caring, and loving way is that in the space of 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months, this will be the time that this communication percolates. Well, in that space of time, there comes an offer. The Knight of Wands bringing in that offer. So they will step forward, and what will be brought into your space will be an invite, a celebration. And this is going to really start things off again. So you need to kind of just let this unfold and wait for that invite, wait for that communication. Now, if we look at your person, there's been some slow going. Also, what comes up is that, there's something going on with the devil that is shadow work, that is some sort of fear, that's some sort of secret that is going on, that needs to be cleared and healed, so that you can move forward together. And of course, due to free will, this means that perhaps there's a need to close off a chapter either in your life or their life that has to do with old past patterns that no longer work. You know, those that bring unhappiness. And yet, with this person, there's also this undeniable temptation. There's also this undeniable passion. Passion is good as long as, you know, it doesn't become a three-way situation, unless that's what you're into, which is then it still is saying, be careful that the dynamics are balanced. It does feel like, for some of you, there could be a third-party influence of some kind in this situation that is causing a great deal of unhappiness because someone's out of balance with the whole moving forward thing. So there's unfinished business, there's shadow work, there are things to clear, and that's what this person is busy with right now, and what you can be doing as well, even if that shadow work is to do with past relationship patterns. It's very important, Temperance. Balance those emotions. The reason for your emotions needing to be balanced is so that when your person comes back, you're actually able to recognize that you are being brought together and that this is your divine counterpart. And that they come back, and as you can see, the mirroring of the cups, each one bringing their own skills, strengths, in love, in the relationship, to the table. Each one brings an offer, and it's mirrored. And so this will be something that through this reconnection you will be learning. You will be learning how to give and take within balance. And if that give and take has been out of balance, this will come into balance. But there's a need to be very clear with yourself by staying balanced with your emotions. Now, for some of you, you're feeling like you've been doing all the hard work. And, you know, you've been putting in effort. Perhaps the other person hasn't been putting in that kind of effort because they've been busy or they've been distracted with other things. And I think it's really important when you speak with each other that you re-establish what you need. And this requires a sense of honesty and connecting, and that really does come in with the King and the Queen of Wands, which show that you're both on track and you both will be coming to the table with much more understanding, and there's a sense that each of your needs will be heard. So there's a brand new start ahead, and for some of you, well, with that brand new start and a brand new beginning and a reconnection, there may also be secrets coming to light. So there's something that you're going to find out that you didn't know about. And perhaps this is a part of the missing puzzle that you've needed to understand what has been going on. It's very important for most of you to not be caught up in your head. It's very important that you allow space for the other person, for your person to talk, and for your person to explain, and for you to stay neutral with your emotions and not go back into the past. Oh, they definitely are bouncing around. Here's a message from your person. So they're saying, I want to tell you how I feel. Are you ready to listen? Are you willing to listen to them? Hear them out? I look for you everywhere. So they're very aware of you and your energy. Your energy and their energy is connected, and they look for you everywhere. They see people that remind them of you, and then they walk around thinking they're going to bump into you. That's because you've been connecting in with their energy. So that's really beautiful. I bury myself in work to forget you. They haven't been happy without you around. They've been trying to get on with life, but it's not working so well, and the forgetting has definitely not been working. So despite the quiet, despite everything being on silent, in a sense, you are both still thinking of each other. Now, some of you Some of you may have had a situation where you had a discussion, we need to let each other go. And what this was about, whoever brought it up, was because they left before you could leave, or vice versa. So there's a pattern here, and I sense strongly that this could involve an on-off relationship, something where you might have been on and off over time. So let's see how long it will take for them to reconnect with you. Let's see. You need more information. There's a secret. There's something you're not seeing. And secrets are not always bad things. It's just things that, are not clear within the next few months. So you're going to get your clarity within the next few months as you uncover and recover more information. So this will give you a lot of clarity, and it's going to be up to you whether you take your person back and allow a fresh start, whether you want to reconnect or whether you want to walk away. For some of you, you may want to walk away and say, you know what, this isn't for me. I've grown, I've learned, and I don't want to be here. Or you take longer, you take your time, you say, no, I'm not ready. But do know that this is a divine counterpart. And for the majority of you, I do see you giving it a chance. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. Okay, so your actions are going to be really important over the next while, and you'll probably be looking at their actions too. But remember, as we said, with temperance, balance your emotions. And so when you act thoughtfully. You don't act impulsively. Think it through. Go slow. All of this here is saying, take your time, go slow. But it's about looking and seeing the signs. As you proceed, you will only know when you are at the next step what you're going to do. But so far, everything is indicating that there is movement forward and that you can reconnect, reconcile, if that's what you want. But you need to get more information first, and that conversation needs to be had so that you get clarity on what it is that is being kept from you. And it doesn't mean it's a negative thing. It's something where you could have been assuming, and it really was something else. And perhaps there's a valuable lesson there of not assuming and not preempting anything, but waiting and allowing things to unfold and having an open heart and expecting good from others, especially from your person. Don't throw them off into the pit and think they have neglected to, love you in the way you felt you needed to be loved. The love is there. The deeper feelings are there, but there's a lot of hurt as well. And this hurt is what needs to heal. And perhaps you and them together are going to heal both of your hurts. There's a very healing, nourishing energy around it once you get into alignment with each other. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I wish you a beautiful day. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more readings of this kind. The next reading will be on Libra and what's next for you lovely, beautiful souls. And we'll chat again soon. Lots of love and blessings.